Morning. Well, it is a little bit chilly today. Actually, it's a little more than chilly. It is cold. But the wind ain't horrible yet, so that's good. But we got our snow between yesterday and the day before. Yeah, it kind of stopped yesterday afternoon sometime. But it wasn't that bad. They were forecasting 3 to 6 inches, and we got maybe an inch and a half at best in some spots right here. So that worked out pretty good. I went and I cleaned the bunk lines with the payloader, and I took the box scraper out, scraped the drive and the path around everything. Everything was good. Cattle did good, tanks did good. Nutritionist stopped by yesterday, talked to him for a bit. Not sure why he came up with the roads the way they were, but he did. So today it is just cold, and I should have grabbed my coat, but the coat was in the pickup and that was cold, so I grabbed the vest because it was in the house and it was warm. But I don't really plan on doing a whole lot outside today. I'm going to sit here in the payloader and go between that and the feed truck, and I'm going to get moose fed. And I'm going to kind of figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, because I got everything pretty well shored up around here as far as things that need to be done. So we'll see what I get done. See what I plan on. Well, got the morning choring done. So I'm going to come back to the house and I'm going to eat something and play some games with my wife. But I figured I'd show you guys the newest additions to the family. How you doing, kiddos? "12 little chicks." I don't know exactly what they all are. That plain yellow, whitish looking one, I know it's a Cornish hen, and I know it eats a lot. They all eat a lot, actually. I don't know. I've never done a whole lot with chicks. I've done a lot with big chickens, laying hens. Or I shouldn't even say a lot, but enough that I kind of know what I'm doing. So, whatever. Wife and little man picked them out, and we're keeping them alive. It's pretty cold out here now, so we got the infrared heater in there helping them out. I mean, the heat lamp would probably do them just as good, but we just want to be safe. I mean, we don't want those little buggers to freeze. Don't want them to freeze at all. But here the past couple of days, I've been taking care of stuff inside because it's been cold and snowy, and I'll show you one thing they did here past couple of days. So they had, well, I guess what would be a propane tank that was cut in half, and they made it into a feed trough for what I'm assuming is goats, but the one end over here was broke off. Not good. So I made a new piece, welded it on right there, and that made me some little legs so it'll sit on the ground nice and level. So when those chicks get a little bigger, we can throw them outside here. We got it all fenced in for chickens. They got the blocks up there they can put the feeders on if they need to do that route. Should work out pretty good, I hope. Oh, it's not a bad little hog barn. They had a lot of neat little things in here. I got a fan right there, and just through this door right there, I got the open area. Part of it, I think we can get so the chickens can go in. The other part, if we had goats or cows or whatever, they could go in there. We can store hay in it, whatever we got to do. And then we got these deals right here. And you pull a board off on the other side, and you can put bottle calves in there. So you can put the calves in there, and you can bottle feed them from this side. It works out. It would work out pretty good. And I got a nice shelving unit over here where I got all my wire. And it's just braided wire. It's not barbed wire, but they put that up when they built the fence for horses. And yesterday, I built this guy. And essentially what that is I run it through the wire, and I can put it on the hitch receiver. I can turn it upside down so it's sitting up in the air, and I can put the wire on it, put that through it, and I can just drive down the fence line to string a whole new row of fence. And if we get goats, that's what I'm going to have to do, is put a couple more wires through there so we can try to keep them in. But that's when it warms up, and we got some stuff to do in the house before I even think of doing that. But as of right now, I'm going to go inside, grab something to eat, enjoy time with my wife and my boy, and maybe play some games. We'll see. Well, back at it. Weather's warmed up. Hence me getting out of the floppy hat and into something a little more natural. So that's good. Stuff's melting, which is great. I mean, it's only 27 degrees, something like that. So that's not bad. I mean, it's pretty sad when that feels warm, but it's not bad. But everything is looking pretty good. I don't see any fences that are broke, any headrails that are pulled apart. All the tank heaters are working like they're supposed to. All the cattle seem to be good. Like I say, everything's melting like it's supposed to. But one thing I don't understand, and in pen 1 I seen it when I was pulling up, but they got steers in there. They'll get into the corners there where the steel corners are, and they'll just dig. They'll dig holes. Pen 7's got a good one over here. But they'll dig holes, dig holes, dig holes. They'll dig them with their snout right around in there. They'll dig them out with their hooves. And I don't really understand why they do it. I don't know if it's just for fun or what, because they don't really break out or run away or anything. And even if they do get out, they don't really go very far. I mean, there ain't really anything out here to eat or whatever. So it's not like they're breaking out of a pasture fence to go get better grass. I mean, it's a feedlot fence. They get fed twice a day. They know they're going to have food. So when they do get out of, say, barbed wire, or more than likely, usually the head rail, be it pulling it apart or getting pushed through. But they don't go very far. They stand out and they just look around like, what am I supposed to do now? So I just found it kind of funny. Kind of odd. Don't really know why they dig there, but they do like to dig holes. They're just as bad as darn dogs. Except for dogs will escape and they will run, run, run. All right. Got moose fed. Got everything taken care of that I need to take care of. I talked to boss man. Good guys lost in the championship game, but God, it's still pretty good being able to get there. So happy for them. Oh, we got something up over here with the hydrant. Well, that isn't supposed to be like that. My beautiful wife comes out here every morning and she feeds and waters the chickens. And I'm guessing she forgot to shut off the hydrant, which is fine. Not a big deal. Kind of funny. Send her a Snapchat so she can laugh about it, I guess. Give her a hard time. But I get home, I always check the little buggers to make sure they're still doing okay. Looks like they might need a little bit of food. Other than that, they're doing great and they are growing fast. Funny enough, these chickens can come through that door. They can hop up on it and hop over it and run away if they really wanted to, but they never do. They always run into that back corner. So that works, I guess. Makes my life easier so I don't have to shut that door when I come in here. Just give me a little bit more light so I can feed these little buggers like they're supposed to. And it's just amazing how much these little things can eat. We give these darn things so much food, but their food's cheap. So I'm not going to complain about that. But I'm guessing my wife didn't feed them this morning because there's no cup in the big deal of feed. Got a couple of 5-gallon buckets we put feed in, and we finished feeding the little bag that we started with. So I don't think she's been out here I know she's been out here, but I don't think she fed them. I know she watered them, but I don't think she gave them any food. But I don't know. She could have, and just took a cup back inside. Who knows? Oh, I come out here to the outer portion of the barn. They got a couple of wheels over here I want to look at. Because we got a panel gate to come in on the far side over there where we would unload, say if we got some goats or cows or a horse or whatever. And it's a good gate, but it sags. So you kind of got to pick it up and move it, which isn't a big deal for me, but if for whatever reason my wife had to come out here and do anything, I don't want her to have to lift up on that gate. So I wanted to look at that tire, and I got kind of an idea to build a wheel to go on the end of that so it'll hold it up. We'll see. But another thing I'll show you. This is actually a better version of what I made that little chicken feeder out of. You can kind of see how much work we had to do to make it work. This one here has better feet, better legs. So I think we'll leave that. So if we do get goats or something, we can stick a supplemental feed or something in there for them. I don't know. And here are the boards that you take off, put your bottle cubes through there. And more chicken fence. Not chicken wire, but chicken fence. Kind of double layered over there, and it works out pretty good for them. But I don't know. And I got the big post here that I can put the panel on that you see. Well, maybe you can kind of see it over there. But I got everything fenced off for chickens. And I think I'd pull it back and use it for, if we had other critters in here. So if we had goats or something, we could put them inside. But I don't know. We're a long way from that yet. One of these days, though. One of these days. Well, at any rate, guys, I think I'm going to head inside. And I'm going to clean up, change my clothes. And I'm going to enjoy my wife and my baby for the evening. And tomorrow I'll go and I'll feed. And I'll drink some coffee and I'll feed again. And then Sunday I'll double feed. And now we're all going to go to Burwell to go see my parents. So they can see their grandbaby. But anyway, guys. I hope you're all having a good day, good week, good weekend, whenever you watch this. As always, I thank you all for watching.